Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to a slightly different kind of Raid Shadow Legends video here. Those of you who don't know me, it's probably all of you, because I am a new streamer on Block. But yeah, I decided to, just come in here, share some nuggets of wisdom that I have, see what you guys think. Yeah, so let's get going. Yeah, currently, let's start here. Let's start here. So, this is the current state of my box, as you call it. I can include these. As you see, it's not anything special. Got a couple of pain keepers, which is really nice. Other than that, don't really have any OP champs. Got some good ones. Ninja was free. Pulled Nell from one of my first sacred primal shards, which was really nice. Alice was free, obviously. Did the Ismay fusion because wow, I got Modo as well. It's a pity. Yeah, don't have any souls on him. Got Arbiter, everything's looking okay. My Select Priest Ornn, really good. But yeah, so this video, where we are right now, is about dungeons. I want to dive into the ins and outs of dungeons and how we are going on with it. Let's go in here. So, Dragon's Lair, currently farming stage 5 hard mode. This is the team I use. Alice and Nell pretty much just here for wave content. They help a lot with waves. So does Syl, obviously, with the stuns. Now this is interesting. Wanted to point this out because I know a lot of people a lot of people are not a fan of Nama, as you can see. 2.1 in Dragon's Lair, right? Just terrible, just absolutely horrendous. Demon Lord 3.3. Yeah, but terrible, horrendous, disgusting ratings. Yeah, only place she's kind of viable is Dragon. I mean Demon Lord, I'd even give it 3 as well, maybe even a 2. Amend my rating there. But yeah, look, she's not great. Nothing special on her build either. Just got a high HP, very fast, 241, and we just got it with really good accuracy. Well, not really good, but good enough to land the debuffs on the dragon. Got it in this golden elixir, and I'll tell you why. This is very good for a champ like this who doesn't necessarily rely on attack, or I mean, you could use it because you got the attack base stat, but for a champ that's very tanky, this is really good. I think I've got one on my Drexstar as well. Yeah. So Drexstar, Nama, and Timid, right? Those three have this golden elixir for one reason. It keeps them alive. In certain Doom Tower content, certain wave content, yeah, especially like Secret Room sometimes, or Curse City sometimes. If Timid, Drexstar, or Nama are in that team, right, they can solo it, and I don't have a problem. So Nama, for instance, is able to solo certain bosses, and this is the reason. So single target attack, 75% chance, can book up to 100. Not going to waste the time, waste the books. Drops down to a 4-turn cooldown, 3 poisons, and a poison sensitivity for 3 turns. Now here's the kicker, right? So you get 3 poisons and a poison sensitivity, lasts for 3 turns. Her A1, so that single target attack, has a 40% chance, bookable up to 60, of increasing the duration of 3 random debuffs by 1 turn. So she, if there was like another poison being placed on this turn or a poison activation, maybe, maybe a little bit better rated, but as far as poisoning goes, she can perma poison the demon lord, perma poison the dragon. So yeah, she pretty much locks them down, and keeps them poisoned for the duration of the battle. And because she's tanky and because I put this golden elixir on her, she doesn't die. As long as the boss or the waves, the ads or whatever, don't play seal reduction for one, and don't hit hard enough, for like, I don't know, 75% of her max HP, she'll pretty much outlive it just fine. Coming to her A2 skill, now this one is pretty good. It's a single target attack again, places decrease attack, which is really good against bosses. And then we gotta heal all allies by 15% of the champion's max HP, which is really good, right? For each poison, she gets an extra 2%. So, if you remember, in my dragon team, we have her placing poisons. Now, her passive places poisons every time the dragon gets a buff. So, pretty much, when she uses this, team gets good healing, plus soul. Where's my soul? Soul. Her passive also just constantly heals us. As you can see, fully booked her out. Except for this, actually need to book out this skill. Nah, probably not. But yeah, just wanted a revive booked out for 4-turn cooldown. Really crucial for certain dungeon areas, and I'll tell you why. Because I have two. Yeah, as luck would have it, I managed to pull my first soul in a 1+1 with Timid, and then my second one was obviously from the free soul. So yeah, from the login soul, which is really good. Anyway, getting back to our dungeons, stage 5 dragon, pretty simple team here. Wave clearing, control and wave clearing, control and healing, boss. Ninja is purely boss damage. I mean, does wave content very well as well, but purely because he kills the boss really well. Nama just makes the run a bit quicker with her poisons. Could replace her with someone like Venom Mage. My Select Priest will probably also just do just fine. My Select Priest on. A3 has the poisons and poison sensitivity. A1 has more poisons, and then A2 activates those poisons. So in a poison team, really good, can solo some content, as most of you know. And then obviously he has this passive that just makes him tanky, so yeah, really good, really viable. I'm gonna stick with my Nama, just because, yeah. Anyway, that's the dragon team. This one I reached pretty recently. Ice Column, for the longest of time, I was stuck on stage 20, and it's very this was not the team I used when I was farming. Find that for you. Ice. Here we go. This was the team I used, the Hotatsu Alice Phaenax, for pretty much lock revive on the ads. Now, and so, decent team, heal, block revive, weaken, decrease defense, and just Alice for damage. So it was a decent team, not anything special, got the job done. But then I changed over to this team. As you can see, quite a long time to clear in 13 minutes, 400 turns. Yeah, accomplished this today only. Hard mode, a lot better, 152 turns in 4 minutes. So yeah, I suppose I'd be farming hard mode, stage 1, whenever I need to do ice column stuff. Maybe even stage 2. Haven't tried that one yet, but definitely going to give it a shot. But this team right here for hard mode, only tested them once and they seem really good. Obviously Ninja, HP burn, Soul heal, Hotatsu heal, Physics, ally protection, turn meter control, and decrease speed. So kind of an all-round does everything. Helps with the waves, helps with the boss. You know, really good champ as it provokes. So she kind of takes that the adds attention away from you. Again, now decrease defense, weaken, um, and then you're really good against waves. Very good at placing those debuffs on the boss. She has decrease meter. It doesn't really matter in this one really. But yeah, that's all she's there for, is just the debuffs. Definitely better champs you can use. This is a trial team for now. What I really wanted this video to showcase was the team that got me to hard mode. Right, so the team I used was not Ninja, but it was a Select Priest on, and was not Nell, but a double Soul, and it was not Hotatsu, but Drexstar. This team right here, as you can see, empowerments, or ascensions rather, and empowerments almost non-existent. We got one in Soul, which I suppose is helpful, you know, every now and then we proc Smite. And we got a small one on my Celiac Priest. Yeah, doesn't really do anything, just slight increase, you know, it helps with survivability as well, but nothing overpowered, you know. Drexstar is Drexstar and Ornn are the real showstoppers here. So Ornn more than Drexstar really. Ornn is just going to poison his way through the waves, through the boss. He's going to be the one that carries you here. Drexstar is just there to soak up the damage, you know. Soul, both souls are very capable of reviving the Physics or the Ornn if either of them die. Venomage can also be used since he has this enemies under heal reduction, inflict 15% less damage, which is really good because he applies that on his A3 with poisons as well. So yeah, really good champ to have. Let's go over the builds. Drexstar, we got a 61k HP. You know, actually, let's do this. So we got a good spreadsheet here. Okay, so this was kind of how this started. So I had like a Fire Knight dungeon build that I was testing out. Yes, some solo teams I need to test as well. But Ice Dungeon, this is where it all started. Ice Dungeon test, this was the first test. Drexstar, you wanted about 65k HP, 3.3k defense, very high resistance, also helps out in Spider, decent accuracy, speed 215 around there. My first soul, 64.3k HP, around 3k defense, 218 speed, these very high resistance, 300 on both souls by the way. One soul is just a bit faster, 224. Speed tuning isn't really a big thing in this team. The souls going fast just means a lot more healing, and they cycle through their turns a lot faster. In case your team is not as tanky as they could be, your souls will be able to continuously heal and revive. So very important that these two souls actually go pretty fast. They can be first, doesn't really matter, as long as they are just pushing the speeds, you know. And then Physics, recently got only built out recently. Not special at all, 200 speed, very just minimal. She's crit capped, a little bit over actually. Well, no crit damage really. Decent resistance. Accuracy is just meeting the standard that I needed, so nothing over the top. Defense is, it's meh, nothing special either. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Drakestar is not built in regen or immortal, as a lot of these guides might lead you to want to do. And the reason for that is because didn't really I have a regen set for him here. So I could potentially put him in one if I need to. It's just gonna drop his speed a lot, drop his HP by like 20,000, which is not really what I want. There's a high HP one here, so I got 66k HP on this regen, but I only got 131 speed, which is not ideal as well. This one is a little bit better, 59k HP, 174 speed, but the resistance wasn't at the point where I wanted it. I really wanted 300 minimum. I was close though, so it could have been fine. Yeah, so went with this base build that we have, which is just speed, and the only reason these protection sets are in there is for the stats. I just needed the resistance and HP, and to be honest, they're not really good pieces. Like, I can't reroll this. I don't have the ore to reroll it, so I just left it. I mean, double roll on a red flat defense, terrible. Double roll on attack percent's not bad, but it's a protection set. It's not really usable for that. So yeah, not the best gear pieces, but they work really well for this Drakestar build. Soul also not built in any region or anything. It's a general build using whatever we have to get her to, she's very much over crit cap, but that's just because the pieces that I need on her put at this crit level. As you can see, resistance is 95 years. It's not high. Doesn't have to be really high on this soul. You know, this soul has the high resistance, so if one gets frozen and killed, it will still have one. As you can see, both around like 60k HP. So very good. This one is not crit cap. She's not mainly for damage dealing. She's just meant to survive, cycle through turns, put out stuns. That's all. Nothing more. Yeah. So V6 double soul, Drakestar, and there's one more champ I'm missing. It's this guy. Hey, by the way, I have no masteries on my Celiac Priest. I have no masteries on V6. Okay, the souls have masteries. This one's not done. Drakestar's also not done. Literally just took him this far, and if I get him into War Master, the runs will be quicker. But I don't use him anymore except in Spider, so still debating whether he'll continue to get use from me. He's also usable in Hydra. Doesn't really see much use from my Hydra team, but it's usable. But this is the MVP. Definitely regen gear. I cannot stress this enough. Needs to be in regen. If you can get regen immortal, even better. This 15% heal really helps. Is that 190 speed only? It's not fast. It's not incredibly quick, but it's fast enough to do the work. Only 193 accuracy. Ideally, you'd want around 225 minimum because of the boss's resistance, but this worked. He still put all the debuffs on without fail. Didn't get resisted, so that was good. Even if it did, souls were putting increased speed. V6 is putting increased speed. the turn meters are being manipulated of the boss and the ads. So, it leaves him with a lot of chances to cycle back to his turn before the boss even takes another turn. So, yeah, I'm gonna run through a quick show with him. Uh, let's see. I'm not gonna run this, it's gonna take incredibly long. I suppose let's try 22. 9 minutes? Nah, that's a bit too long. Let's try stage 20. I've not done this with them on stage 20, so I cannot actually say how well it will go. But let's have a look. Double soul, priest on. Let's go. Let's see. What does this setup have? Alright. Full auto. Just going to see the double soul gets off stuns almost all the time on everybody, which is really good. So essentially, the provokes from Visix and Drexler aren't really needed, but they do help when the stuns don't go off on these waves. Even at the boss with the ads, similar thing. But yeah, if the stuns go off, great. Don't really need to worry. As you can see, on pretty confidently placing those poisons, no real problem. Yeah, the real damage from the setup comes from Horn's poisons. I mean, Drexstar 9 then puts out HP burns, not really reliable since chances are he needs to get attacked for it, but when he hits, does the same thing. But Ornn's poisons are the real showstoppers. And this phase is almost done. I mean, 50 turns, I would say about 60 turns. As you can see, the soul damage difference is insane. 5k to 12k, really insane. Stage 20 is really good for this because the waves, if you miss a stun, you usually prioritize attacking Drexstar because he's a strong affinity matchup for them. Green to red, spirit to force. So if you got stage 20 to deal with and you have a Drexstar, you have a Syl, and you have a priest on, I feel like even just those three, a really tanky Drexstar should be able to easily just clear it. I don't think it should be a problem for anybody. I mean, the epics, the Legos, a double soul is not really easy to get. Double Lego of anything for a free to play is not easy to get. So yeah, if you do have double soul, great. If not, suppose I'll find a replacement for Syl. I mean, like I said, throw Venomage in, use his heal reduction to also assist in keeping you alive, and he's got poison, so it'll just also speed up the kill time. Yeah, as you can see, we provoked the heal reduction and we stunned the other. Now they're both stunned. Now the ads don't do anything to us. Now it's just, wait for the death to come. It's gonna run for quite a while, but yeah, as you see, throw down the poisons, control the minions, and Bob's your uncle. As you can see, they prioritize the left ad because he's got heal reduction, which is detrimental, because if they can't heal, we die quickly. Yeah, Visix is really useful for this with her ally protection. If you got any other good ally protection champs, great, throw them in. But yeah, she's really good for turn meter control. She's really good for the waves. she's the champ you need. I think the one thing I would love, which I'm working towards, is a Lydia for block revive on these ads, because I hate that they come back. As you can, I mean, Visix is gonna die quite a bit in this run. It's not really a problem. Don't worry about that. As long as your soul cycles the turns enough, doesn't matter. Also, something not a lot of people know that I didn't know until recently. This revive is only triggered if you attack the boss down to these levels. If you don't physically, well, if your champ doesn't physically run up and attack the boss to get him down to this level, and it's just through a poison tick or HP burn tick, that won't activate. And if that doesn't activate, well, then it's just gotten a lot easier, hasn't it? No need to deal with constant ads. You see, we just ticked him down so much. Definitely past 60%. Didn't trigger at all. Just went with the standard AoE. And that was just, poisons and HP burn activating. I mean, here we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 poisons and a poison sensitivity. And that's not to say that you won't trigger the ads. You definitely will. One way you can stop that from happening is, you see, like right there, we dropped him down to 45% triggered, and they came back. But there won't be a problem. They'll deal with them. The provokes are coming out, the stuns are coming out, poisons are going out, HP burns, smites. Yeah, it won't be an issue at all. Decreased speed is on everyone. He's pretty much almost dead. 6 minutes. It's taking a bit long, but he's a slow boss to kill. And if you're like me and you've not had shard luck in terms of pulling a cold heart or pulling a champ purely for progression in dungeons like that, you gotta kind of like mix and match your teams as best you can to work with what you have. And this is what I got. Drakestar's a free champ, Syl's a free champ, Visix is a free champ. My Celiac Priest is not, but he's easier to obtain than a Lego champ. So, those four alone, and you've got yourself a budget team. And this is the end. Yeah, there you go. Still got hit there, don't know why, but yeah, that's pretty much it. As you see, on 1.6 million, he's doing the work. Drakestar's there, like 993, nothing crazy. So, well, our damage dealing soul at a mil. Our non-damage dealing soul 300,000, Visix 473. Once I probably kit Visix out, it will be a lot easier to run this dungeon. But getting back to it, yeah, you can replace one of the souls with maybe even a Hotatsu, if you've got one. Mine, to be fair, this was the first epic I pulled, and I kind of messed around with him in terms of hooking him out. I really wanted this cooldown reduced. Might actually try to do that still, but he removes a random debuff from himself at the start of a turn. Right, so 3 turn cooldown, but really helps for if he gets frozen. And he's got increased defense and continuous heal. Again, keeping you alive, keeping Visix alive. That's the main thing. Keep Visix and Syl up. Right? Because she's got this. This ally protection is what saves everybody. So yeah, that's the Ice Golem team that we have. Fire Knight, we are still prepping a team, as you can see. Uh, it's just that's how we have it. Second going, yeah. This is the Fire Knight team. Underrated Loki for free champ in Fire Knight. And here's the reason why. So shoot. Bring her back. And no, where she is. We'll just put this one there. Oh, there she is. This Soul A1 decrease turn meter, right? Great. V6 A1 decrease turn meter. Great. So all you need from them is to keep the boss's turn meter down enough for Loki to cycle through to his A3. Because this is a full turn meter steal, right? And once he steals that full turn meter, I mean on the boss obviously it's decreased, you're not stealing the full turn meter, stealing only 50%, but pretty much you steal the turn meter and then you go again. Ninja does the damage, Apothecary boosts your speed and turn meter. These two just keep stealing small pieces every now and then. Steal. She also places decreased speed for 6, so boss does not go quickly. So decrease his speed, steal his turn meter. Loki comes in, A3, bam, turn meter steal again, repeat. It's a rinse and repeat cycle. So yeah, it's a bit of a long run also, 6 minutes, but definitely worth it. Spider, my old friend. As you can see, you've had some really good teams. Stage 20. Yeah, this was my team. Mordecai, really great, purely for this. Now that I have V6, though, now may take a backseat. The one thing I love with Nell in Spider is this. So she has a sleep for enemies without poison debuffs. Okay, so hear me out. These spiderlings aren't really getting buffs on them. So if you're in a pickle, you know, which a lot of time happens with Nell, with spider teams, there's too much attacks being thrown at your champs. She sleeps all the spiderlings, and your other champs, more or less, focus on the boss unless they have AoEs off cooldown. Esme, really good because she has this A2, which plays as weaken and block buffs. Doesn't really matter in this one, but you have a decreased turn meter by 20%. So she'll keep the spiderlings down as well to give your team time to either play stuns or just generally recover some HP, which is what Soul is here for. So Soul's just gonna, cycle through turns, give you HP, make sure you're still going. Mordecai is just burning. Ninja, long fights are really good for him. Ramps up, deals damage, kills the boss. Everybody's happy. Like I said, gonna tweak this team a bit more now that we got V6, decrease speed, ally protection, and this A1. The provoke's also really nice, but fair warning, that provoke needs a lot of work. It's not 100% ready yet. So this is not the team that got me that far though. The team that got me that far, surprise, don't think anybody's really surprised. Yeah, Drexstar, Double Soul. That is the team that got me to where I am. Now I can throw V6 in, and let's see, because we got stuns, we got HP burn here. I suppose Mordecai. Sylar, also a pretty good champ, got a very good turn meter steal. Or turn meter decrease rather, on her A3. 4 turn cooldown. Yeah, I think Mordecai or Yuzan will be thrown in here. Yuzan's really good because he it's not a full cleanse, but removes one random debuff. This makes the poisons hurt a little less, gives a heal, and gives block debuffs. Which is really good. And then he also has heals that spread out. So when he heals, everybody else heals as long as he is full HP. So want to build him out with regen and immortal. Don't have mine built yet. Getting to do that soon. Don't worry. Yeah, I mean, could even run a Painkeeper in here. She also got heals on her A2. Mine's fully booked out, by the way. Decrease cooldowns, really good. A1, meh, meh, yeah, meh, pretty okay-ish. But you'd want Mordecai to throw out burns, because if he's not provoking, again the problem with the 6, she's gonna provoke. You don't actually want her to provoke, because she's not putting out burns, so you want Drake-Star to be your main provoker. In this setup, you want Drake-Star to first go with his A1, and then Mordecai HP burns, unless your Mordecai is faster. If your Mordecai is faster, he HP burns first, and then Drake-Star does the provoke, because this chance increases to 100% if the target is under a HP burn debuff. There's also a decreased attack that comes on if the provoke is placed, but this is a big one. It's 100% placed if they are under HP burns. Now remember, we built him tanky, so he's at high resistance, so he's not getting poisoned. The decreased attack goes out, they're all provoked, everybody's attacking him. I mean, if they get stunned by the cells, even better, but they're all just gonna be attacking Drake-Star, and he's just like, come at me, bro. And as they attack him, they burn the big old Scabag, is it? Yeah. She takes the damage, you get the wins, everybody's happy. So, very important. Oh, and they can obviously re-HP burn themselves by attacking him. So, double whammy. Yeah. So that's the current teams we have. Stay tuned. Going to be putting out a better video on. I suppose we'll put out a better video on the Spider's Den tomorrow or the day after. We'll also be doing Fire Night, a more in-depth video guide on how to reach stage 25 as a casual player, as long as you've made an effort to obtain all of the free champs from login rewards. Sand Devil, working on it. Phantom Shogun, working on it. Not a bad team, working on it. Yeah. And that is it for us today, guys. Stay tuned. We'll bring you some really good builds, really good champs in the future. I suppose, as an end off, I can show you that this is my Yannicka. I actually pulled a 4-star soul for it from this current boosted event. Yeah, possibly my next 60, only really good in arena. Maybe this is good for Fire Night. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Seems just okay. Seems very okay-ish. Yeah, she's built out obviously for Faction Wars. Does some decent damage, 3.8k attack. Crit rate is a lot. Crit damage is decent. Yeah, not anything special. 200 speed, just purely built for Faction Wars. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll see you next time. This has been Numbers on Raid Shadow Legends. Stay safe out there.